So another incredibly choppy day in the market. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Techbot Solutions. I'm not too sure if it's just me and the LPP team, but during today's live trading session, what we were talking about was first, right when the market opened, the market was incredibly slow. If we look at QQQ, it was showing a lot of signs of consolidation after pushing up for no reason, and that was after selling off for no reason. We've been noticing a lot of these like little flash crashes, not just in the NASDAQ or overall market, but with crypto. And again, they just happen out of nowhere. The only thing that I can really kind of like point the finger to is that our institutions trying to de-risk because they still feel the markets are uncertain due to the trade war, due to these tariffs, because supposedly, according to Jerome Powell yesterday from the Federal Reserve, the FOMC meeting, we have nothing to worry about. The economy is great, right? Regardless, I mean, in my personal opinion, I don't agree with that. I don't think that the way that the Federal Reserve tracks inflation and just taking the last 12 months into consideration is truly telling us the impact that the American people are feeling, because it's not just the past 12 months that is affecting us. That's just the way that they track their inflation. When it comes down to the unemployment rate, unemployment is historically pretty low at 4%, but yet people can't find jobs. And again, these reports are saying one thing, but again, like we're experiencing something just completely different. With the market pushing for no reason, pulling back for no reason, this just brings me back to the same thing. And again, I know like this video is not going to be anything new. We're trading within the same range. The NASDAQ market has not really shown much progress for the past 2 weeks, past week and a half. Has not really shown much progress above 485 for QQQ and has really not made new lows below 470. So we have a common support range there and a common resistance range. And it just continues to rally and then sell off, rally and then sell off, rally and then sell off. So again, if you feel like the markets have been very choppy, if you feel like the markets have been somewhat uncertain, you are correct. The markets are very choppy and they've been quite volatile. In one moment we're bullish, just another moment later we're bearish, and nothing changed. It's just the sentiment. The sentiment, I think, what is clearly being shown right now is the market is uncertain. I don't know if the market fully believes that we are done with these trade wars. You guys can let me know down in the comment section what you think. When we look at the consumer sentiment report, all of them are coming out much worse than what is expected. The American people do not believe that, again, the economy is headed down the right path. But yet yesterday, Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve, says we have nothing to worry about and that there is only a 1 in 4 chance of a possible recession. And that is always the case. So in his eyes, according to what he said yesterday, which is why, in my opinion, the market's pushed up, is that there is no higher chance than what we normally are experiencing, which I personally do not believe that, right? My opinion is not fact. My opinion is not true. It's all about what the markets are telling us. But we know, based off of just history, the Federal Reserve is normally a little slow when it comes down to, reacting to these indications. As of right now, just ask yourself, are you feeling the impacts of either a slowing economy, less growth, right, and higher prices? And in my opinion, I think that we are. But again, that's my opinion. That doesn't have to be yours. We all know that if all of a sudden Trump begins to say a lot of great things about the economy, if the Federal Reserve begins to really cut interest rates, it doesn't matter what I think, it doesn't matter what you think. At that point, it would give the markets the condition and the environment to do extremely well, because the markets thrive during lower rates and when economies are booming and people are spending money. But I think that's the thing. We are not seeing more people want to spend more money right now. People are struggling to find jobs. And yes, in my opinion, inflation is way higher than what is actually being tracked just based off of the past 12 months. But the thing that I want to make very clear is, you could see right now that I have an open short position on Tesla. That's my trade. I'm not under the PDT rule. I would not recommend this for someone that's just getting started. The markets have been incredibly volatile. This is the main focus of this video. As the markets continue to trade for QQQ within 485 to 470, there is no clear direction. We do not know if we're going to go bullish. We do not know if we're going to go bearish. So please be mindful of your position size. I know it's the same thing that I continue to regurgitate, but it's for a specific reason. I don't want you to end up going extremely heavy on your longs and then markets sell off, and then you feel like you got the short end of the stick. Again, markets are uncertain. So the condition is that we do not know where they are headed. We do not know if they're going to begin to recover. We do not know if they're going to continue to sell off. You shouldn't be afraid to buy the dip, just like you shouldn't be afraid to short the market, but be mindful of your position size. There's a lot of different ways on how to make money in this market. And during moments like this, where there's a lot of consolidation, in my opinion, the best way is for you to wait for these extreme pushes or extreme sell-offs to then be able to take advantage of these overbought reversals or oversold reversals if you know how to trade them. If you're just getting started, then maybe waiting for conditions and direction to be a little bit more clear. I'm very excited to follow up. And again, it doesn't matter if it's a green day or a red day. We're always here to show you guys what it's like to trade in these markets. And again, if you ever want to tune on into my live trading session, it's simply the second link in the description down below. You can sign up right now and watch me trade live starting tomorrow. I hope to see you there. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.